I am now live.
So
And
Live?
no one says anything.
hi, everybody.
Cool.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Dr. Varys, patching everyone up.
Hello. What's up?
Paging Dr.
Howdy.
Moonfox.
I'm too old for this shit.
Okay.
It's 2 days from retirement.
Last time.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z. The dragon got her balls Z'd.
What does it even mean?
I mean, basically, the picture I've got right here of Ailey, if I need to swap to her brother, I just change that to a green cloud
Oh my
instead of a
god.
red one. They
Yeah, maybe-
basically
And
make them
maybe not a
slightly redder
wine.
hair.
Not a whiskey bottle.
Yeah, it would be wine. They're classier.
Yes. Anyway. Last time, the team did a little bit of shopping. Ailey decided to sell tickets to a show, which was just throwing they had fruit and vegetables at the painting that they had stolen. And then once they left the party that had accumulated around this event.
She also brought a dress for Jamie prior to that.
Yes, he
She
did
presented
present
her as a
Jamie with a gift. That was not really an important part of the story, but it happened.
It is to her.
Yes. And then they got ambushed by a bunch of thugs, who seemingly were in league with the demon that they had previously killed, and were looking for some payback apparently, but also looking to make a name for themselves by killing Jamie. They failed in that, but they did kill Ailey. Ailey is dead on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ailey didn't remember she has uncanny dodge.
I feel like we're slightly underselling the fact that we fought a bunch of animals as well.
Oh yeah, they had turned those thugs had turned into animals. One very powerful one turned into a T-Rex. Another one turned into a Tyrannosaurus. No, sorry, a Triceratops. That's the word.
Yeah, the Triceratops was what murdered Ailey.
Yeah, the Triceratops is the one that totally brutalized Ailey.
I thought
And
it
there was a
was
scorpion as well.
Yeah, the scorpion finished you off.
I mean,
I
the
think-
Triceratops did his fair work.
Triceratops.
on that.
AJ
It was like when you're in a boss fight and they got that second stage and another health bar pops up. That's basically what happened there.
Yeah.
Ailey just kept going down for a little while.
Yeah. And she got brought back like 2 or 3
Yeah.
times.
Two times.
We call it Ailey 2 times.
Happened
So, yeah.
to a couple of us. It happened to Thoricus as well when trapped in the ground.
Thoricus did get knocked unconscious.
Which is why Jamie
This
went
was
cray.
Yeah, Jamie did during the fight go sicko mode and became this like craven beast thing.
That she currently still is.
Well, she's currently still in that form. As we are currently still in the middle of combat, quotation marks. We're going to start from Thoricus at the beginning of the turn order to see what happens, basically. That's your cue, Thoricus.
You muted again.
might be muted.
I'm not muted.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
You're back.
What?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
You're
Fuck.
cutting in.
fuck's sake.
You're cutting in and out.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you can hear
You came
you.
through clear on that
Okay.
last bit.
So I'm clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
It was very patchy
Okay.
prior to that.
Ailey is a spooky, scary skeleton right now.
Hmm.
Why have I still got the down thing on me when I'm not?
Because you are currently prone. You've been stuck on the ground, so you have to spend half your
Oh, right.
movement to get out of that.
Yeah, I will spend half my movement.
Cool.
Then it's... Can only really go there.
You can do
You get
angles.
away
Can't really
from...
reach Ailey.
Oh, you can sprint, right?
Like
And then
there.
you could use your action to do more stuff. To go a whole
My
30 feet.
action to
But that would be your
run
action.
to Ailey. But then I can't do anything else, yeah.
I mean, you can
Well,
heal
I mean,
yourself.
There's nothing else I can do.
Gather around
I mean, that's
Ailey's
also not a
dead
bad idea.
body on the ground.
Hmm.
And I'll stare at the weird
I
knobs
mean-
that, you know, Varys be like, see, I told you they had weird things on their head.
I mean, you say I could heal myself, but so could Jamie, who went into a rage beast because I was down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yes. Yes. Well, on Jamie's
I'm
turn.
tending to Ailey right now.
On Jamie's turn, she is going to freak out a little bit, seeing what has happened. Yeah, she can make it. She's going to drop the dread form, turning to her regular old self. Fly over. Tears streaking out of her face. No, Ailey. I'm so sorry. I can do something about this. I don't have the magic to do it fully, but I can try. I need your guys' help.
What do you need?
I need you to lend me your energy to call out to her wherever she is. Try and pull her back. So,
Do you have the magic for this?
I have for this simple one, this simple ritual, yes. Using your help I can do it, but normally I would just be able to do it with the wave of my hand.
No, that was a big fight. I am not surprised.
So, Jamie gets down on her knees and waves her hands out, and purple fog sort of billows out from her cloak, or from her dress, and her clothing, and sort of starts to foam around Ailey. The ritual has begun. Who wants to call out and try and pull Ailey back from the void, as it were? I caught some of that.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I will.
What would you offer up? What would you say to Jamie, to Ailey?
Can you not?
You are
And that is probably
Mr.
what
Robot
Ailey
right
would
now.
hear.
Can you please come?
Ah,
What
let me
the
hear
fuck?
anything.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, is that better?
A little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are you saying?
So calling out to Ailey's spirit to entice them back. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You could also offer things or
Ah,
do anything.
good.
Anything you think that would entice Ailey to come back.
have anything particularly shiny on me.
Fair.
So I just say, Haley, you little shit. You better get your ass back here right now, or I'm telling absolutely everyone that you absolutely have something dragony about you, and the whole world's gonna fucking know, and you're not gonna be able to do shit about it.
All right, roll an intimidation check, please.
Well, I'm not really taunting her, but alright.
I mean, there's not a taunt check, I'm afraid.
Why do I always roll so badly on intimidation?
Mm.
It has been that is canon that Thorax is not good at intimidation.
Yep. Checks out.
Despite my appearance and my entire personality.
You're just
Yep.
too nice deep down.
I'm not nice. How dare you take it back?
What's the opposite?
I'm sorry,
of
that doesn't intimidate me.
Oh dear.
I will
All right.
squash you, little man.
All right, Varys.
Varys sort of just looks down at his hands, and across his ring and middle fingers of each hand, he has the rings that were given to him by the jeweler Tesolo
Mm-hmm.
as part of his trade for the emerald.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing how much Ailey likes things like shiny things and special things and pretty things,
Mm-hmm.
Varys takes all of his rings off and puts them on Ailey's chest.
Okay, roll a persuasion check with advantage.
With advantage, you say?
Yeah. I would say that would be pretty enticing.
Surely, and it's all the fucking jewelry I've got as well too. There we go.
Oh shit!
Natural fucking 20.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, nice.
All
right. With that, the fog that's surrounding her just pulses extremely bright with purple energy. Yes, that's working. Willie, do you have something? Willie.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right. We will say
Willie
that.
is just so stricken with grief he cannot speak.
Yeah, Willie's still in a rage. So he's sort of just angrily.
Oh, he's there.
Oh, there we go.
Whoa.
Sorry, I was literally just hopping out the Uber.
Yeah.
I mean, Willie was hopping out of off of his horse.
Yeah. Mm.
You know damn well there's not a horse that could carry him. Not around these elven towns anyway.
A Clydesdale horse. They could
Oh
totally-
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe. It's a stretch, but. Sorry, what was the question?
Is there any words you would like to say or anything you would like to offer to try and bring Ailey back?
Probably not. Not.
Well, or an action you could take.
Just anything really. You could just say something. You could do an action. You know. I'm just trying to give some flavor to what you're gonna roll to complete this ritual.
So to put it, Rikus tried to threaten her if she didn't come back, but it didn't go very well. Versus Varys just found shiny things.
All right, you're gonna try and threaten.
Shiny things.
Shiny things, alcohol, anything like that.
Yeah.
You better come back to life or I'll kill you.
All right, perfect. Rolling an intimidation for you.
Thank you very much.
It was an 8.
Oh,
Sake.
your tears
Varys
make it
going like,
unconvincing.
am I the only one that thinks of the shiny things here?
Okay.
I
Well,
don't
you
have shiny
you are
things.
extremely lucky that she is the one doing it, and that Varys rolled a crit. So Willie and Varys can kind of see this, but Thoricus is kind of in the way. But Jamie sort of reaches her hand out, and you see the purple mist flow over the Death Guard that's behind Thoricus, and he sort of just shrivels up as like the energy that permeates him sort of just gets sucked out of him.
I see.
And she basically sacrifices him
Oh god.
to bring Ailey back to life. Who shoots up with a
He
start,
was
breathes
criminal
deeply.
slave,
He's alive. And Ailey, can I get you to roll a deception check for me as well
Yeah.
for what you did? You're right. Oh my Jesus Lord. Why do I even bother? Okay.
Only +8 to my deception. Come on.
Mhm. Alright. Well, there you go. You're alive.
I mean, she would just kind of be in stunned silence for for once in her life about what the fuck is going on and what happened.
Alright. Well, Jamie sort of sits back, very clearly exhausted from that. All of the purple fog has faded. Whew. Oh dear.
What happened?
You died.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Why are there shiny things on the
Yeah,
ground?
dude,
Give those back.
Just like pick them up.
Oh no, they're gone. There's no shiny
They
things.
were
now.
they were sacrificed as part
They
of the
were
ritual.
taken
Ah,
away.
okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You owe me some rings,
Why?
you little shit. Why? Because we had to convince you to come back.
What do you mean little? I'm like double your height.
Proverbially speaking.
Age.
That one, yes. What the invisible man in the sky said.
I already gave you that invisibility potion.
Yes, and
That
I
would've been
just
worth
said
as much as
I just
rings.
sacrificed 4 of my rings, the only jewelry I have.
Like digs around in her pockets and presents the giant scorpion stinger. Like, how about this then?
I
Amazing. That thing is probably
am leaving.
long nasty.
Yeah. Varys is going to walk up to the bodies and just see if there's anything he can loot off them.
He'll
Okay.
be patting around to check that everything's okay, like her pots of glitter and her wine.
Yeah.
Amulets.
Jamie is going to ask. So, did you see anything while you were dead?
Oh
Anything
yeah,
different?
whatever they were on about with the whole statues in the ocean, 100%. That I don't know what's going on there, but that was a thing.
Oh, I see. Well, that's not terrifying at all.
That was not the promised land that I was told I'd go to be with all the dragons.
Sorry,
They lied.
your promised land is filled with dragons?
Yes, Ailey is part dragon somehow. We don't.
What? No.
Hmm?
She's
Oh,
like
come on.
very muddled from everything. Like, I'm not part dragon. What? Where did you get that idea from? Do I have to roll another deception?
The horns that were on your head. No, you cannot deceive me. I have seen you blow fire. I have seen the stubs of horns on your head. You can't. No, you cannot hide this.
And
from me.
I've felt your dragony essence.
Ugh. When you put it like that, I'm gonna go back to searching these dead bodies. That's less scary.
That's the name of Willie's sex tape, by the way.
Again.
Searching those dead bodies? What?
No, I felt your dragon.
I thought your
Felt your
pornos
dragon
were
essence.
finger of death. That's what you said last.
Oh, it was Finger of Death.
That was last
Harriet,
week's
can you
porno.
just check your message?
That was the debut. This is the hit follow up. My
Absolutely.
dragony essence.
Feeling my dragony essence.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. Okay. Ba, 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 ba,
She'll
ba,
still
ba.
be very, like, confused and be like, just, yeah, try to
Yeah.
work out everything going on. And be like, oh, shit.
Well, what did you see?
Yes.
So you
Was
saw
there
any?
Well,
Do you
was
see
there
any
anything
other
else?
just humanoid statues? What else did you see? We've only had one
a
experience of this.
black star.
We know about that. Yes. Thanks.
Yeah, in
That's
the ocean.
It is the cult of the Black Sun. It's
Yes, that's
there is
it.
a star.
We should get going. Don't you have a cult thing somewhere there that we can go and look at? A temple?
Ellie, you
um
just
Is that
died.
what
Maybe
that
we give it a
is?
little bit of space. Hmm?
We're like
yeah.
heading around looking.
You're still only at like 1 hit point as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Searching bodies.
Yeah. Going straight over to that big mamma jamma that was a T-Rex to start with.
Okay.
He's the beginning.
Give them the old investigation.
Absolutely.
If the body of the dude that killed Ailey is there, she would totally start rummaging through it.
Okay.
He'd probably be not far from you because he was just killed before.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
He was like the last one to die.
yeah.
Ugh.
Oh lord.
Terrible.
No. Ailey's still too out of it.
Yeah,
That's
you
fair.
don't really find much of value on any of these thugs.
Oh, I should.
All right. Thoracus finds a couple of a couple of silver and copper pieces. So
Nice.
about 5 silver and 10 copper. That is a silver. So 8 copper.
8 silver.
8 silver.
Eight
8 silver
silver?
total. 8 silver total. There you go.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, these guys didn't seem like they were
Right.
particularly
traveling
rich,
light.
but they were
They were
yeah.
hoping to
Oh,
become
look at that.
particularly rich after this.
Mm.
So they're all elf shaped now, right?
Yes, they're all elven
In
peoples.
death.
Yeah, they had to revert before
Man.
No, you
Before
can't
they
cut
died.
up any of
Those
the
are some cool
animals.
skins.
would
Afraid
have been.
not.
Yeah.
How many people have a T-Rex?
That was
The
Ailey, by
T-Rex
the way,
skin.
saying that they needed
Yeah.
a nap, not me.
Triceratops
Don't-
jerky?
Mhm.
That'd be amazing.
Elf jerky.
Makes-
Mm.
Oh. Mhm.
Isn't cannibalism for me.
Mm. I guess
Well,
that's
yeah, I
true.
suppose, but it's still a bit gross.
Oh yes.
Probably
very
like
close.
birds
Eating
eating other
monkey.
birds.
Do we?
Well,
what
no,
do we do
'cause
about
we're
these bodies? Yeah.
I think someone is coming to deal with that right now, and Jamie's sort of looking off in the distance, and you can see that some city guards are starting to come down the street directly towards you in
Okay.
formation.
Eyeline already.
Yeah,
They've
you
seen
can
us?
see. They can see you. You can see them.
Perhaps it is best if you head back into the house, Jamie.
No, I think I should. I'll pay my dues on this one.
I understand.
And as they get closer, you realize that leading them is Darfin. At the head of it, walking probably down the street.
Darfin, it feels like only this morning I saw you.
Likewise.
Hmm.
So, it's been quite a ruckus, I see.
It seems your city has a rat infestation.
Jamie sticks her hands out. Like she's ready to receive cuffs. You can take me in, Duff, and this is all my fault.
Oh,
smack him
no,
down.
No, absolutely not.
I'm like, no.
No, listen to me. This
And he was like, wait, what? No, it was their fault.
They
is
literally
That
started
yet.
this.
it.
They encased us in magical stone.
I shouldn't have thought that a few good deeds would buy me the respect, the return of the respect. Darford shakes his head. I'm not putting you in those cuffs, Jamie.
Good.
But I don't think it's how you think it is. And then you, unnoticed to most of you during all of this, there's been a crowd sort of forming of civilians that seemingly had watched the chaos that had happened. You know, under a minute there was fucking dinosaurs getting cut up and then just a whole lot of shit happening. So it was quite a ruckus. Everyone sort of came out. You see that there's a crowd forming around, and just as Darfin says this, you hear a small child yell out, "Leave the purple lady alone!" And from that, just the crowd erupts into cheers, and similar sentiments. See, Jamie, you've done more than you realize. She lets her hands fall to her sides and drops her head.
Come on, purple lady. I think we have to go and see the king again.
Yeah, maybe we go home and have a sleep first.
A nap, yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah.
It is like the middle of the night right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Darfin, can you
Fine,
escort us
Aiden.
home? Yes, I can do that.
She was dead.
Yes, Ailey very much was
Yeah.
dead.
Yep.
She's alive now, though. How about that?
It's like a fucking 1,000 golds worth of rings. More expensive than a fucking diamond.
I mean,
You were the one that took all of them off instead of just like one.
I got you that crit, and it's literally was Ailey's left. Because if it was a 3, a 5, and an 8, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
All right,
Alright.
Darfin and the cohort of guards leads you back through the city, and you don't really say much. You're all sort of exhausted and yeah, just a bit out of it. You make your way back to the ambassador's quarters, find your way inside, and find your way to your beds, and just straight to sleep for all of you.
Yeah.
Ailey, while you sleep,
Yeah.
you have an extremely vivid dream.
Just before that, can you confirm or deny what I messaged you in Discord?
I mean, maybe
Because dragons.
you'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway, you have a very, very vivid dream of the place that you were. The ocean of the Black Sun.
She'll start to panic
Yeah,
that she's back there.
yeah. And then you will hear the voice say, be calm, my child. You have found your way out, but that does not mean that your powers that you have accepted will be gone. Feed me more souls, and your power will grow like mine. And then You're able to move suddenly, unlike you were previously statued, and you turn and you see the face of the creature that was talking to you. It is
Is it Krillin?
no. It is
I mean,
huge. Like if we were using minis instead of this to denote size, you would be a mini and he would be a person. Is the kind
Right.
of size difference we're talking here. And he's got it's just
so like they take up this map.
yeah, pretty much. A bit more than that even. And he is silky black with two horns coming right out of the sides of his head that just shoot up at angles. One of them's sort of cut off, but it's still like wisping with the black inkiness. And between the horns at the top of his head, you can see the several smaller black stars sort of spinning violently around each other. And you see that his face is not really a face, it's just covered in eyes. No mouth, no
So
nose.
an angel.
Hmm. And then you wake up, and it's in the morning.
Well,
So.
fuck. I don't know what that means.
Hmm.
Mm.
So everyone, go ahead and give yourself fully rested stuff as needed. Fix any spell slots you got.
That's good because I had 1 hit point left.
Hmm.
Haley
I was
had
very
one.
lucky.
Oh, that's
that
really
I,
going
uh,
down.
Oh,
had
and yes, that's right.
my second
You,
wind.
Willie, feel oddly more. You feel stronger for some reason. You're not sure what it
I
is.
feel strong.
Like you'd been eating. Feel like you'd been eating your vegetables. You feel like you could take on a lot more
Your
than you would
cans
normally.
of spinach.
Oh yeah.
You're not sure exactly why, but
You got massive forearms, just like Popeye,
yeah, exactly.
but for a
It's all that
different
bench
reason.
practice I've been doing, bruh.
It's all that benching. Everyone else, you feel what happened last night, but otherwise wake up mostly rested, sore, but rested. You come down to the breakfast area and find an unusually modest meal of just toast and fruit, like a continental breakfast.
Cause I say, what the hell? This is
Mm.
what I
Making
signed
me
up for.
hungry.
Jamie seems to have just awoken.
Fuck yeah, fruit.
I do like a good piece of toast.
Willie's disappointed. He's like, "Where's the bacon? Where's the sausages? Where's my
Eat some
12 egg omelet?"
Eat some toast. It will keep you regular.
Haley would
Like,
have
well, you can make it
a
yourself.
coffee
A coffee.
and start pouring whiskey into the coffee.
Yeah.
Whilst eating toast.
All right. So it's just a hungover breakfast for everybody, even though you didn't drink last night.
Yeah.
Only
It's a battle
person,
hangover.
only person who's feeling fantastic is Willie. He feels even stronger today than he did yesterday.
Yeah, but it's compounded by the fact that he doesn't get bacon or
Yeah,
eggs.
he's gonna have to. He's just gonna sit there moping because he doesn't get bacon and eggs. Just gets toasted fruit.
My 12 egg omelets.
Yeah. Oh dear.
You
Oh,
know, I'm a growing lad. I need my protein.
for sure. For sure. Right. Well, I see you've all survived the night. How are you all feeling?
Feel like large animals hit me in the face yesterday.
I can relate.
Otherwise, I'm fine.
Ailey
Aileen?
just like gives you the side eye, drinks her coffee.
Are you okay? How did you sleep?
Better than Rillen did.
That is not reassuring.
Hang on. Merlin's the paladin fella?
Yep.
Yeah,
Chapter 1 of Dragon Ball Z?
Mhm.
yeah, pretty much.
Yep. It's back in the Dragon Ball
Second
days.
Ball would be a reference
I
to
was gonna
Merlin.
say it was Dragon Ball before it was Dragon Ball Z.
As long as we don't stride into GT territory, I'm
Oh,
fine
Lord.
with it.
Never ever. We're gonna go Super instead.
Yeah, fair.
Anyway, enough for the Dragon Ball Z jokes. Jamie says, "So, what do you say we just get the hell out of here? Just leave the
Yeah.
city."
Aye, aye.
Do we
Wait, do
not
we need
need
to see
to?
the king?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
talk about what
Duffin,
happened?
Duffin's well aware of what happened. I'm sure he's filled the king in, and he knows where he can find me if he needs to know anything else.
Are you sure
Where
about
does
this?
Jamie suggest we go?
Well, I need to go back home. And yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean,
We need to find that temple.
yeah, if Ailey also went to this place, then I really don't know what nefarious things could be happening. I've never experienced such things. The statues in the ocean and a
Okay.
black sun.
Was that the kind of things Merlin was talking about?
Well, that's what Lana said when she had also died. Yeah,
Yeah,
managed to
Rillen
interrogate
never-
Rillen,
Rillen never talked about
but
it.
you assumed that it was the same place.
Seems like a wise move to go back home and consult the oracles or something.
Yes, that's essentially what we'll be doing. Yeah. If the king wants to talk to me, he's got my number. He can message me.
Yeah,
Add your
your
Instagram.
number? What does that mean?
It's just a silly joke. Don't worry
Oh,
about it.
okay. All right. I was confused.
It's a magical joke, you know. He can send me a message. I can respond.
Magic. Ugh.
Mm.
Ugh. Although I am
Bah.
very interested. Yeah, pretty much.
Telling it
You have
about
magic, good for you.
Well,
It's just never really served me so well.
Well, it managed to save your friend. So,
Oh, I said me,
Ah.
not my friends.
yeah, I guess that's fair.
Ailey just shakes her head.
It's it's mainly been people using magic against me that's happened to me. So
That's fair.
yeah.
Mm.
All right. Do we need to get any supplies before we leave?
Maybe
Sure,
some
do we?
healing potions.
Yeah.
Just
Do we need to go
in
visit
case.
my old elven friend in the potion shop?
Oh yeah.
Willie's
Yeah.
Willie's squeeze.
Yep, Willie's nice old lady apothecary.
More,
She was
roll,
out of healing potions the last time you were there, which was yesterday. Because she
But
bought
it's a new
them
building.
all.
New building. How long does healing potions take to make?
A little while. That I guess you don't really know. But you can ask Jamie. Jamie will say, yeah, they take like a week or two to make.
Ah, yeah.
That's if they're
can I ask her
making
if
them.
there's anywhere else around here that would sell potions of
Not in this
vitality?
city.
Alright. Off we go then.
The amount of walking that she has done in her entire life in the city has been with you guys. So
Oh, okay.
And
There's even less than us. All right.
Yeah.
We're just about as much as us. One of the two.
right.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
let's blow this
Why
popsicle
don't you
stand.
leave there,
Mm.
All right. So get up, stretch your arms in the sun. Everybody's a little, a little hazy. sun definitely hurts this morning. But you managed to get yourself out of town and pretty swiftly heading northbound. Towards the crater. Well, I guess, yeah, north. Up that way. It is
How long
gonna
does
be.
it take?
It's gonna be at least a day's journey.
We have like
This
a
is
horse
fine.
and cart or anything, or we just walk?
You're just walking.
Hoofing it.
Literally.
Mhm.
And then, in an effort not to slow down the party, can I sit on Willie's shoulders, please?
Sure.
I if Willie allows it, but I do, technically speaking, walk slower than all of you.
Mm.
True that. Yeah, that should be all good.
I know mechanically it doesn't make much difference, but flavor-wise, it makes more sense.
Fair enough.
I'd also have a bit of
Adds a
you
little
as
bit of
well.
I just
Mm.
always think of that
Yeah.
scene in Lord of the Rings, you know, with the dwarf getting chucked.
Oh, I was picturing it more like when Merry and Pippin are riding on Treebeard, just sitting
Sure.
up on the shoulders.
Truly
Yeah.
beautiful.
The closer you are to danger, the further you are from harm. That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it's not incorrect.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I'm not having a walk, I'll keep an eye out.
Sweet. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, you just trudge along, slowly but surely. The sort of temperate savanna that Rello was on falls away slowly. Oh, did I not? Oh, I'm a doofus. I'm a big old doofus.
You're not, but
What's going on now?
I didn't put down the name of the city. But it's fine, you're bypassing it anyway. As you, eventually, well, I guess you're not going to bypass it. Fuck!
You gonna stay a night in this town?
Yeah. Because by the time you get there, it is dark as balls.
I don't know balls with dark.
They can be,
I guess when
especially when they
repent,
especially when they
kinda
wrinkle
don't.
up.
I mean, like at all times. I suppose they
Just
normally dark
constantly.
because they're normally covered.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough ball talk. You make it up to this fucking subfolder. It is called Per the Lore. It is pretty dark, and I have not fucking made a map for it because I did not expect that you guys would need one. So I'm gonna do this, but it is from the moment you spot it, it is an entirely different style and complete nature of all of the cities that you've passed so far, where where Glenvalor was a tree city and Ralavalor was a rock city. The city is not crafted in that sense, not made by. But you don't know for sure that's not made by magic, but it doesn't seem to be made by magic that is moving the earth or moving the trees. It is, brick and mortar houses, some made with wood, with nice dark oak, and just very, what's the word I'm looking for here? They're very slender houses that go up quite a bit, and it's even though it's nighttime, you can sense that even in the daytime, this has got a very dark and foreboding sort of feel to it. A lot of the streets are barely wide enough for a horse and cart. It is an old city that doesn't seem like it's grown much ever in a long time. But it is
One of those
The
places that
water
just
city?
stays a small town.
it's not entirely small. It's it's getting there. You had to cross a river to get to it, and it's pushed right up to the river, and it goes all the way almost to where the crater starts to push up and form into sort of a mountainous sort of range. So it's quite large, at least as large as Valor in its entirety. It is the water city of Pervalor. It is where Tesserion. Yeah, where Tesserion, the king, originally hailed
Yes.
from. Same as what's her face? The one you don't like.
Ratha?
Ali Ratha. And
Mhm.
man, so many
I write
names.
things down.
So many names. And Darfin. Yeah.
Ah.
It is the quintessential water city. Hence why it is so large. It contains basically the entirety of the water people. But it also spreads out down the river. You can see that there are like fishing houses and stuff that's sort of built on the river, off the river, on the bank side, and just this seems like this on this inside of the river, it just turns into the water kingdom of just a whole lot of little villas, a whole lot of little bits of civilization all over it. But to the west further, you can see that it does become more and more less and less populated, less and less buildings and stuff, until there's like a great tree line in the distance you can't really see through, but Jamie does point to say that's the direction we're going, but we should probably rest up here before we do that.
Alright. To an inn then, I suppose?
I know a place.
Wonderful.
She throws her hood up. It is very, very, very clearly trying to hide much more than she was at all before.
Mm-hmm. Noted.
But yeah, it takes you a little bit to get through the buildings. It is very, to you guys it seems entirely maze-like. There's just the space between the buildings is so small in the center of the city, and it's just, especially for you who can't see in the dark as well. There's not much light, even where there are street lights. So
Luckily,
it is,
you're on Willie's shoulder.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a hard time getting through, but everybody else is finding their way mostly, but it's still kind of maze-like to them, except Jamie, who seems to know exactly where she's going. And you enter into a pretty thin and small bar area, but it's nice and warm, and there's a fire going at the far end. Jamie walks up to to the innkeeper, who's eyeing her cautiously. She slaps down some coins on the thing, and as if she's trying to like falsetto, she's like, 2 rooms, please. And the lady's sort of eyes are up a little bit
I just
weirdly this time.
wave from behind her.
Yeah. Sees the crew just sort of hands the keys over, and you make your way up the stairs. Jamie leads you the way to a couple of rooms. They do have enough beds in between them, but yeah, I'm gonna have to sleep next to some people, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Did you say unfortunately?
Unfortunately.
So what's the plan?
Did you stutter?
I didn't. What's the plan? How do you wanna map this?
Well, obviously Varys is gonna sleep in the same room as Jamie. My assumption is that it'll be Ailey.
I will have a
Willie,
halfling skin.
Ailey, Thrakus,
I
and
was
Jamie in one room,
joking.
and
Yeah,
I know.
Ailey,
Varys and
Varys,
Willie.
and
and Jamie in the
and
other.
Willie. Yeah.
oh, I see. Just
sure.
Thrakus and Jamie in one room. Huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You can bet that Ailey is gonna
Oh.
probably fall asleep
I mean-
downstairs drinking by the fire.
That's true. That's true.
And Codswallop takes up like a whole bed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Codswallop can stay with us. That's
Yeah.
fine.
All right, Ailey, take away a gold for your drinking habits.
Yep. Done.
Cool. So yeah, you as everyone else gets led up the stairs by Jamie, you slap down a few coins, silver and gold pieces. I go, just give me all the alcohol you have. And she obliges, and you get yourself into a drunken stupor and fall asleep in front of the fire.
Aw.
They'll be used to this if they're any kind of regular inn.
Yeah, they for sure will. Not specifically for you, but you know, they're used to it.
There are people that do that.
But yes, Thrakus, you share the room with Jamie. Varys and Willie share the room with Codswallop, I guess.
I mean, I wasn't averse to Codswallop being in the room. I was just trying to make excuses as to why we were sharing a room without anyone else.
Yep, totally.
You do not need to make excuses. You hear in your head. Have fun. Have a good night.
Can...
And you hear in your head, but Varys doesn't move his face. Wink.
Amazing.
God.
Varys retires to clean his guns before he goes to sleep.
Jesus Christ. How am I ever supposed to have any game after that?
I don't know. We could play some games if you want.
Bum bum ba-da-da, bum bum.
I've got some cards and some dice.
Do you want to play a game?
Oh no.
Oh Jesus! I know what they're gonna get me.
Yeah. Jeez. I mean, yeah, we can. Why not play some cards?
All right, you stay up pretty late playing cards. I'll just let everyone else imagine what else is happening in there.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
God.
Well, I use it as an opportunity to
Mhm.
talk about what happened
Okay.
back in the city
Fair.
and how she tried to get herself arrested despite the fact that it was other people attacking her. What the fuck?
Well, I,
Like-
eh, I didn't have to kill them. We didn't have to. There are.
I mean,
I've
I'm not
done-
there, but we
yeah.
kind of did have to kill them.
I have done.
Yeah, I was.
I have done a lot of wrong, and they only blame me for it. If I hadn't been there, then perhaps that whole thing wouldn't have happened. I don't know.
If we hadn't have killed them, we'd all be dead.
Yeah, that is true. But doesn't make me
Bailey
feel
did
any
die.
worse. Yes, she sure did. She sure did. Doesn't make me feel any better though. It's just because killing is necessary doesn't make it not wrong. You know?
They made a choice when they attacked us. They were well aware of your abilities and had heard of ours.
Hmm.
They knew what they were getting into. That is not your fault.
I suppose you're right. But yeah. It still hurts. And I would much prefer that they feel safe. That if putting me in a dungeon or a prison made them feel safer, then it's a small price to pay.
But they were the few. The people on the street wanted you to be free.
I know that now. So maybe it is for the better.
Yeah. But dang, those wild shapes though, what the fuck?
Yes.
I don't know.
Big dinosaurs. I haven't seen them in a very long time.
I didn't know dinosaurs were like a thing that you could do just without a T-Rex. Like, what the?
Well, with the right kind of magics, you can do anything. The Earth Kingdom, they have many magics that allow them to shapeshift like that. I know that some of them even turn into elementals directly. It's pretty crazy.
Could any of them turn into a dragon?
I don't know.
Could it trick my magic?
I've never seen or heard of a dragon, and I've never seen anyone turn into one before, so I don't know. I don't imagine that it works like that though. If dragons are capable of becoming like us, becoming a person, then I don't imagine it works the other way. Because I know that the wild shape magic requires that the
It's for beasts.
creature needs to be of smaller intelligence, if that makes sense. It needs to be able to be dominated
It
of
does.
mind and people, and I imagine a dragon would be very hard for that to work. But I imagine it's possible with an equally sufficient magic.
I suppose that the only reason they can't turn into half-orcs is their sheer determination.
I mean, maybe.
But come on, don't giggle.
I mean, I don't know what the limitations are of it, but I don't imagine that all half orcs are is entirely stupid.
You were taking this far too seriously. It was supposed to be a joke.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
It's hard not to be serious when serious things happen.
It's good to know our enemies, but it's best not to dwell on those in the past.
That is true. Forward on to new enemies then.
And by that you mean more cards and then maybe some sleep, yes?
Yes, absolutely. Go fish.
What? You know we'd be betting something way better than that.
All right. That's it. So yeah, you spend the rest of the night playing poker or whatever. I don't know, something to that effect. Everyone else sleeps through the night pretty safely. Yeah. And you're all awake. Come down to the bar where you find Ailey.
With a coffee, pouring whiskey in it again.
Oh no, you're like barely waking up,
Oh, okay.
rousing as they come down the stairs. Good morning, sleepyhead.
Is it morning already?
Yes.
Oh.
I will get us some food and some coffee. She goes back to the counter, again hooded and hiding her identity very much so. She lays some more coins out and asks for some food. And some nice bar food is brought to you, some burgers and stuff. They don't really have breakfast. But they did bring some coffees out as well. And you are free to add some whiskey to them. Do that. Get yourself all ready up for the walk. And you leave, and Jamie navigates the maze of buildings again for you. As you get through the rest of the city and out into where it turns back into this sort of lush jungle-ish sort of thing. And after a few hours, you start to notice that the path it becomes sort of sludgy. It's not very suitable for horse and cart for sure. It's very muddy. And as you get further and further, the jungle turns more into swamp and marshland. It stays like that for a good long few more hours past lunch until it starts to get dark. We're now in the middle of the Gruel Marsh. Well, my
Marshes.
my
Alright.
manor is. It's only another few hours out, but it's quite late. Do we want to trekking through, or do we want to?
I don't see
We
any.
can-
We're decent to camp.
We can camp somewhere, I'm sure.
I mean, we can use survival to find a good camp spot,
Thoracus
right?
rolled a 9.
That's
Oh.
why.
Oh,
That's
but
why I
Ailey can
joked
still
that I
look.
can't really find a good spot.
Ah,
Yeah, you
right.
can-
Sorry, I wasn't on that page. I was trying to fix my audio.
It's okay.
Not much better.
Still looks wet.
Yeah, well, it's too wet and gross here.
Yeah, everything's.
I'm not familiar with this
Yeah,
place.
everywhere there is dirt that is actually dirt that you can stand on is far too moist and wet and falls away. Everywhere else is just sort of, ankle deep water. And you can hear the croaking of frogs and all that. The cicadas and all that sort of
Are
stuff.
there any
from the-
trees?
Oh, yeah, there's trees that are sticking up out of the ground, but they are also like mostly submerged in water. But if you wanted to like get up them, that could be a possibility as well.
So they're big enough?
For most of you, yeah.
Meaning
Not
not
for
Willie.
Willie?
or-
Maybe. With that survival roll, you're not really
Mm,
sure.
But also not Codswallop, because we'd have to
You'd have to lift him
we'd,
up.
we'd have to know. Yeah, and he would not like that, and we can't keep him in a tree. I can sleep in a tree. He cannot.
No.
We kind of have to move on a little further, try to find drier ground.
Okay.
We can't sleep in the wet.
No. No, I've done that before, and it's not enjoyable. Not in this marsh.
And we have leather
Unhealthy.
armor too. It's just gonna get wet and it don't smell.
Ugh,
Yes. Oh, what I'd give for an earth
Codswallop smells bad enough.
magic right now. Okay.
As would I.
Well, let's just keep
I
going
mean, I
then,
can
shall
make
we?
spiky. That's about it.
Yeah.
So it will be spiky and wet. Perfect.
Yeah, not good.
All right.
Nope.
Whereas you get back up onto Willie's shoulders, it is very evident that well, I guess you were rotting it the whole time. It's very evident that you were not able to see anymore.
Nope.
And this pitch dark, but everyone else keeps moving, slow going through the marsh. But for a couple of hours, it's well into midnight. You approach as what seems like a sort of a township. You couldn't really call it a city by any stretch, but it's a gigantic manor house, sort of mansiony sort of thing at the edge of the marsh that pokes right out of it, with a couple of large buildings that seem like small housings and small holdings at far ends of the grounds. It seems like at a sort of a couple of rundown churches, one on each side of the pathway that leads up to the manor house. At this time of night, you don't really see anybody. You do see some lights on some of the places, and one light on at the top of one of the turrets of the manor house. Well, we made it. Home sweet home. Jamie makes her way up to the door, and it just sort of opens by itself as she approaches. Let me
All I can think of is the Rocky Horror Mansion.
Yeah,
very
that's
very similar.
yeah.
Yeah, that vibe. Yep.
They would give that vibe.
I wonder where the inspiration came from.
Yeah, I wonder.
I mean, it's mansions. Come on, they're all very
Less-
similar. There's huge
Less
houses with
Rocky,
stuff in
more
it.
horror.
Yes.
There's a light, Kyle.
There is a light.
There's a light.
Anyway,
Go on, play the song.
no, you enter. It is very copyright not friendly.
I
anyway.
know. I'm saying to everyone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Play the song for your own enjoyment. Anyway, everyone piles their way in. The lights flicker on, as if by magic. As you enter, there's like a sort of musty smell to this place. And you can see cobwebs and a lot of dust just lingering on a lot of the furnishings. It seems like it was once an extremely lavish housing, but has long since been unkept. But this is it's Jamie's home. Well, it's getting late. I'll show you to some rooms then, I guess. She leads you up the stairs. And
Is there anything we need to be wary of? Like, what if I need to wake up in the middle of the night and have it tinkle?
have a what?
Tinkle.
Twinkle.
Oh, I can show you where the bathroom is as well. Don't you worry.
Wonderful. 'Cause I just, without the lights, I can't see shit.
There's So as you keep walking through the house, the lamps and stuff are lining up. They're
Oh, okay.
flickering to
So
life.
They're reacting to people being there.
Yeah, it seems like.
Okay.
You're not sure if it's just Jamie, but it seems to be following you as you walk through the building. Up the stairs and down the hallway, and she opens up a couple of doors to some, again, lavishly furnished rooms, but are again covered in cobwebs and dust, and it just have not seen the light of day for a long time. But the beds are soft and comfortable, and they seem like, just with a little bit of a shakedown, they're pretty ideal to sleep in.
Nice.
Well, see you all in the morning.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Right,
Does the Rikus follow her?
if she wants to. Thoricus,
Yes.
do you want to follow
Yes.
Jamie? You do? Do you want
Yes.
to make it evident that you are following, or do you want to, like, sneaky? Thoricus?
Well, now I feel the pressure. I don't even know. Can you not hear me again?
No, we can hear you.
Now.
Can you hear me? Okay,
Nope.
good. In any
Yeah.
case.
So, sneaky or straight up? Sneaky. Okay.
An attempt at sneak.
An attempt was made. Okay. So as everyone starts filing into the rooms, you make it seem like you're going in. As Jamie starts to walk off down the hallway, and then you creak open the door slightly and peer out, and just start to dawdle behind her as she walks through the manor. Yeah. You think that she has not noticed you as you continue to walk through the manor.
As I follow her like a puppy dog.
Yeah. She goes up
Yeah.
another flight of stairs. And
You're just following behind on
Yeah.
like a cloud of hearts.
I mean,
Yeah.
the sneak was trying
Like-
to sneak
like a
away from
cartoon.
the others, not necessarily be sneaky for
Oh,
her.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's fair. That makes a lot more sense,
Yeah.
actually.
He goes up another flight of stairs and
Yeah.
comes to a master bedroom. With nice big double doors and a bar and cabinet on the side. Just a small library on the other side with a set of chairs and a fireplace that roars to life as she enters the room. She takes a seat at the bar and pours herself a stiff drink.
Cool.
Are you coming to join me? Thoricus?
Sure.
Well,
Yeah? Can you not hear me again?
no, I can hear you now.
I said yes.
You walk up and
Hello?
and sit next to her.
Okay.
She gets out another glass. It is her glass seems like it's been well used. Is clean. Yours is a little bit dusty, and she takes a rag from the bar, not a rag, a cloth, and wipes it out. That's next to you and pours you a drink. Well, it's not much, but it's some. So
It has a charm.
thank you. So I'm probably not going to be around much tomorrow. I'll have to sort out a few things now that I'm back. But feel free to ask the help for anything you need. I'll make sure breakfast is ready, and yeah, just try and track down this church, the Church of the Dead Gods. See if they can tell you what's been going on, what their deal is.
Absolutely. Oh no, we're gonna have to secretly infiltrate a cult.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Quite possibly. You never know.
This could be an incredibly foolish endeavor. I love it.
Could be.
Oh,
Or-
there's the marsh.
Or it could be that you, could be that it turns up nothing. Who knows? At the very least, I'm
Well, I
glad
know
that
there's a
you've-
dragon.
Well, you know that there was one in, Ralavilla for sure. I don't imagine that there's one near here.
Well, I'll be looking around again.
Yep, just pretend that you're
Who
really
knows?
into the gods. Perfect. Who knows, indeed. Oh, man. I am getting really tired. That's in character and not in character.
Yeah, that was a real yawn.
So, you stay up a little bit later, drinking, and then you start to fall asleep in your seat.
I can feel Ailey's jealousy.
Yep. You start to fall asleep in your seat, and Thrakus, Jamie takes you and puts you to sleep in her master bedroom and in master bed, and she sits back down by the fireplace and picks up a book and starts reading. You fall asleep. When you awake in the morning, you hear the cuckoo of crows and cocks, roosters, and
Hilarious.
and Jamie is no longer to be found in the room.
Here's some cocks, some doodles.
And some dues.
But then you follow your way back down the way that you had arrived, back down to the rooms, and everyone is starting to rouse.
Varys clocks Thrakus not coming from their bedroom because Thrakus did not, in fact, go to sleep in the same room as them.
Nope.
Because I forgot to sneak.
No, you tried to sneak.
You tried to
please.
sneak. Your stealth was bad. You were very noticeably.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, but I'm saying on my way down I didn't.
Oh.
Because I was
yeah.
too tired to be like, oh, yeah, dinner. No,
Yeah.
dinner, breakfast. Yeah, so
Breakfast.
tired.
Still tired.
When Varys sees you, you just hear in your head, "Nice." Doesn't say anything out loud. Just continues.
I
on
can't
with breakfast.
physically get redder.
Yeah. Just continuously
I
ready.
will try. We will find out if it's possible.
All right. So,
Good time.
as you make your way back down the stairs, down to the main entrance area, off to the right, there is it was very clearly a kitchen table, not a kitchen table, a dining table, that now this morning is laden with food, much as expected before, but still there is no Jamie to be found. In fact, doesn't seem to be a single person around, as far as you can tell. At least not from the sense of it.
It's a little bit creepy.
Well, would there just be other death guards, which
You
is
don't
why
see-
we wouldn't kill people?
You don't see anybody. You don't feel anybody. Well, you know, the natural presence of beings. You know, that extra sense that you have. You don't feel like anybody else is here. You're not sure though. You haven't really done a thorough investigation, but you haven't seen anybody at least.
Yeah.
Or heard any footsteps or breathing or anything like that. You get the sense
Noises
that
from
there
other
is nobody
rooms.
else here.
Nobody else living.
Dun, dun, dun.
You don't know how true that is. Anyway,
Oh God.
Doom. Doom.
Is it strange
Doom.
taxidermy? Because I'm here for it. I
I
like
guess in a way.
things.
Anyway,
Animate your taxidermy.
so what's the deal? Gonna sit down and have some breakfast, or do some investigating, or what?
I mean, breakfast first.
I mean,
then
breakfast is
everything.
important.
Okay. So you'll sit down and partake of
When
the
has our party
breakfast.
skipped breakfast?
Yeah, it's true.
We're actually a very healthy party. We
Yeah,
have
you've been
most
eating
meals.
most meals. It's good.
Like lunch sometimes gets a miss, but that's about it.
That's true. Yeah, you partake in the breakfast. It is delicious as always. You finish it all with the help of a dog.
Absolutely.
And you still have seen no presence or sign of a presence of anybody else until you've entirely finished up and put your cutlery down and push your plates away. And it's when you hear a bell ring, and from behind you,
Immediately hand on my gun.
yeah, you hear a bell ring, and from behind you, steps a man who's well dressed in sort of like medieval tux. Let me grab those for you.
Ah!
And he moves seemingly without even making a sound, very quickly around the table, just starting collecting things,
Cool.
and then disappears back off to the door.
Who the fuck was that?
I need to go be sick. I haven't
Jamie's-
been out of the hay for a little while.
I see.
Fair enough.
Okay. Okay, go. Yep.
Alright.
Oh no.
Haley's having a time. So,
After
I
effects
presume
of
that
being
was James' staff, right? You gotta have people in a place like this.
dead. I believe so. I mean, she did say that there was help around the house, but I didn't feel like anybody was here before I sat down to eat.
he returns.
I mean,
Empty handed
we
again.
really look?
Starts collecting more dishes, and then just as silently returns back to wherever you came from.
No, I didn't look for anything. But you know when there's a house that has been long abandoned, and you open it up and you can just tell that there's nothing there. It felt like that.
No, we get ambushed all the time.
No, what it? Yeah, sure.
I don't
well,
think you
okay.
can tell either.
Ah, I have been inside abandoned houses before, is what I'm saying. There have in fact
Are they
times
really
been-
abandoned?
there have been. Well, I mean, maybe not. There might have been spirits, but
Mhm.
not actual people.
Are you saying this guy's a ghost?
No, I don't know. Aren't you the one with the
Ghostbusters.
ability to tell where things are and what things are in a range?
Do I have to?
No, absolutely not. I mean, we can just
It's
ask. Him.
breakfast, man.
We can just ask him. It's fine. Wait until he comes
We're
back.
gonna have to, yeah, because we have to go searching for cults and stuff, and trying to find a dragon probably help with that.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't
Yep.
know, like, whether that dragon's moving, how far out from the city they were.
We don't even know where we're supposed to be going for this actual church.
You did see
What if there's more than one?
decrepit churches outside when you came in. Well, you didn't, Varys. You couldn't see shit.
No, that's why I'm saying.
Yeah.
If anyone else found out, they didn't pass on the information to me.
Yeah, well, there were decrepit churches.
Oh, maybe that's a good place to start.
Anyway, the help returns empty-handed again and collects the last of the dishes.
God.
Excuse me, sir.
I told them that and I expect a shit pie.
Yes, what can I do for you, sir?
D- I do not mean to seem intrusive. It's just Jamie didn't introduce anybody to us or us to anybody when we arrived. We did arrive quite late. What is your name?
Hamon, sir.
Hamon?
Hamon, yes.
I'm gonna write things down. I do not mean to pry. How long have you been working here?
Well, today it will have been about 2,000 years,
Oh,
give or take a
goodness.
couple of days.
I can see why you wouldn't be able to track that to the day. Yeah, that's fair.
Hmm.
Um,
Yes, why do you ask?
oh, I'm just curious. I have not been to, well, prior to arriving to the Earth Kingdoms on our way here, I have not met many elves nor people from these kingdoms. So I was just curious.
No, I see.
That is quite a long amount of servitude, that's for sure.
Mm.
Well, I owe a debt that I have not yet repaid.
Oh, was I do not mean to be indelicate, but do you mind if I ask what happened?
Well, I was dead, and now I am not.
Oh, I see. Yes, fair enough.
Cool.
That is interesting. We have met some of the other people that Jamie has brought back. None of them spoke though.
Of
No, none of them spoke. Like none of the
Oh.
knights that she had.
oh
and things?
yes, of course. No, those are
Or
lesser.
is that a different type
Those
of
are very different.
thing?
The Death Guards.
Understood. My apologies. I know very little about magic and even less about this type of magic.
I see. Very curious.
I am a man of guns and metals and cogs and gears and things. Less of the magic.
I understand. Yes, well, they are paying off a different debt, for sure.
Oh, I see. Fair enough.
Oh shit, does that mean Ailey's owe a debt?
We don't
I
know.
think it's
don't
really
know.
something happened.
We have no idea.
I have no idea. Well, if there's anything else I can get you, I would be happy to retrieve it.
I don't think there's anything that you could get us per se. A little information, perhaps, about the town might be helpful.
Okay, what would you like to know?
Where we could go to stock up on supplies, possibly find items of combat, or where to go for good gossip or anything like that.
I see.
The usual town sort of things, you know.
Well, for weapons and stuff, I think you'll probably want to talk with the guards master, Joraldin, who resides on the far. Who resides a little bit more into the marsh. There's a guard's tower that you'll find in there. He spends most of his days there, but he's a fine bladesmith as well.
Oh, I see. I don't imagine that anybody has anything more similar to this, and I'll pull out my pistol.
No, I'm afraid I've never seen such a contraption before.
Understandable. It is, well, this specifically is one of a kind, but I know that other people make similar things.
I see.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Still, we can look for weapons for the others.
Yes. And what else were you looking for? Someone to peddles and gossip, yes?
Peddling gossip, looking for supplies like potions and things like that as well.
Hmm.
We had a bit of a run-in with some people that were less than kind to our anatomy, and potions are definitely helpful for that.
I see. Apothecary. Well, I think one of the churches out the front has started to dabble in that sort of thing, but we have not had much need of it, so it's
That
not
is
been few and far
understandable.
between.
Hmm.
But we can give those a shot.
Wonderful.
Is there anything else?
Yes, the other one, sorry, the gossip and finding out just generally things around the town so that we don't have to bother you all.
Ah, yes, of course. Well, well, Bayrinda has been known to talk in tall tales.
Bayrinda.
Bayrinda.
Okay.
She can be found south of here. She has a small holding.
Wonderful. I believe that will be all. Thank you very much, and thank you for the cleanup as well. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. And he silently slips off, taking the last of the cutlery and dishes. And you are left alone. That similar feeling of being entirely alone in this house. Returning to you. What's the hips? What's the plan? People? Hello?
Sorry, I'm trying not to fall asleep. What's up?
What's the plan?
Sorry, I was talking IRL. So, yeah. Should we? Do we want to go and check out any of these places, or explore the house, or
Yeah.
what would we like to do?
I mean, by explore the house, you mean violate people's privacy? I'd rather just, like, go explore.
I mean, sure. I mean, I just haven't been here. It'd be nice to have the lay of the land in case anything goes wrong.
We know out, right?
Vaguely.
Yes, you know the way out.
I suppose that will do.
Okay.
So I think first order of business is perhaps we get some potions.
Yes.
We have been sorely needing of those.
Yes, so shopping.
I
Cool.
had one of the churches mentioned.
Cool. So, you get up and exit the building out into the main courtyard. You can see now in the daylight that it is a it's very similar sort of marshy land, except where buildings are built. It looks like it's in a constant state of having just rained. A lot of the buildings that you see are sort of crooked, other than the manor house, of course. The church that was mentioned, the decrepit old one, seems to have partially fallen in, even as it's very much on its side, and it looks more like an opening to a cave now, with the with just the angular wall at the front holding steady, entirely made out of stone. In the far distance, to the north and to the south, you can see a few buildings, that would resemble houses and stuff. But yeah, you don't really see. It definitely doesn't look like it's a city or a town. As far as you can, as far as you know, as far as you can see, it doesn't seem like that's the case. Yeah.
Like a collection of like sort of clusters of houses and temples and things, just sort of spaced out.
Essentially, yeah. It looks like the manor house was built, and then the help got houses built around it.
I see.
From what you would imagine, that this is like the land of someone just incredibly rich and noble, who just sort of bought a big piece of land and just lives there now and has an entire township dedicated to it, essentially. But everything just looks like it's extremely old, and just sort of there now.
Okay.
With a lot of overgrowth.
Like what you'd get when a family member with money splits off from an even more wealthy family member. Like the war we were talking about.
So, continue your way to the church, the decrepit little church. Go right up to it. It is, as described, very decrepit. Your vines are crawling their way up the sides of it. But corner of it has fallen sort of into the ground. The doors are solid, dark oak, but otherwise seem pretty shoddy. You're not really sure. From the looks of it, doesn't look like anybody lives here, but or stays or even occupies the space. But from what you've seen already of this place, you're not sure if you're not sure exactly what that means at this point.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Probably knock on the door. Is there like a door knocker or something?
Yeah, there's a door knocker. Sort of on the side, on the wood, on the stone side of it. Makes more of a plump plump noise. Of course, you can't reach it. One of the others has to reach up for it.
I just pointed out there is a door knocker up there. It's a little bit out of reach. I just like hold my hand up, showing how much distance there is between my hand and the door knocker.
Yeah. And one reaches out, plunks it on.
If one of your skyfolk could grab that.
Yes, come in. You hear come from beyond the doors.
One of you will also need to open the door. I think this place was made for elves.
Haley sighs and opens the door.
All right. Outside, very similar to the inside, there is a few pews that are not occupied, and some that are like fallen in on each side. As you walk down the length of the church, you can see that the building itself is what's actually sunk. It's not just the walls or the ceiling, as it sort of has a nice lean down into one corner. But at the very end, there's the altar set up, where there's what seems to be an old frail woman sort of hunched over one of the shrines. As you can see, there are a whole load of shrines set up at the altar, with just an entire varied nature of statues set up of different colors and grades and shapes. Some made of metal, some made of wood, some made of stone. Some more tarnished than others. One of them is particularly very shiny gold, that immediately sticks out to Ailey, obviously. But the one that she seems to be sort of kneeling in front of is very shiny white, that seems to be encrusted with diamonds. Yes, can I help you?
We are new to town.
New? New people.
Yes.
She stands right up.
Yes.
You can see that she's still very much an elf, still very tall, but just a little bit shorter by the fact that she's quite hunched over. Long grey hair, not a nice white or anything, like sickly grey hair, sort of clumped at the back. As she turns around, and you can see that she's very old, wrinkles in her face. You can barely see her. She's this long black cloak is over her, like very much like a nun outfit. You can basically just see her face, which is nice and wrinkly and old, and she's very withered. One of her eyes is like white, like it's blind. The other is a very pale, very pale blue. New to
Sorry, I
town.
didn't catch that. How old is she?
She's very old.
What was that age?
You don't know. She's just old. Yes.
Looks like the oldest elf we've ever seen.
Yes,
so
let
far,
me
though.
let me get a look at you. You want to get closer?
Have we brought Jamie with us?
Sure.
No, Jamie's
No.
nowhere to be seen. You haven't seen her all day.
Okay.
Uh, I'm
Can
fine with
Ailey
approaching.
investigate the shiny looking ones? And / try to look for anything that looks Black Sun related? Or dragon related in general?
Well, you're not close enough to see exactly what the statues are yet, but as you get closer to her, if you want to do that.
Yeah.
I shall.
Right, so you guys start stepping
Ailey
closer
will
and
too, if
closer.
he wants to go. See
Roll a
herself.
perception for me, Ailey, as you're trying to look out for that.
Nope.
No, you can't really see.
A
You're
little old lady
fixated
in the
on
way.
this. You're fixated on this golden shiny one, and can't really move your eyes or anywhere else to get a good look at anything else. But you get closer and closer to her. She's sort of hobbling closer as well. Well, I didn't know children could look like you.
Excuse me?
Wait, no, you're. How is it?
I am.
How are you so
I am-
small?
I am a halfling. It is. This is a pretty normal height for my people.
Wow. Wonders
Yes.
never cease.
Yes. Have you not? You have not met any of my kind before?
No, never. Only elves. And you, my dear, you're so very red.
Doesn't have
Are
the
you
right
from?
costume.
No, this is from. This is Ailey specifically.
Ah,
You don't happen to be from the Fire Kingdom, do you?
What was it? The Far
The
East.
Fire Kingdom.
No,
Far
no,
East.
but how
The
her
Far
whole
East.
thing. The Far East.
Interesting. And I see behind you you've got a demon? Really?
a friend.
Not a demon. Believe me, we had to fight a demon. They look very different.
Ah,
He was
yes.
an asshole.
I have had to fight demons before too. They are
Have you?
definitely assholes. Oh yes.
I may need to pick your brain about that at some point then, if that is possible.
Sure thing. Oh, and a very big man. Very big. Interesting. And a dog. Lovely. I love dogs. Well, what do I owe the pleasure?
I believe we were told something about the possibility of acquiring some potions, maybe?
Potions. Ah. Well,
We
I
tend to get into scrapes quite often, so we need some means of looking after ourselves.
see. Well, I'll have to take a look in the back. See
Yeah,
what
no
I've got.
worry.
It's been a while since I've whipped up a new potion, so I'll have to take a look.
No problem. Do you mind if we have a look around? Like I say, we do not know much about this place.
Sure. Just Yeah, sure. And she turns around and starts hobbling off again. You know, she's very slow paced, but
Sweet.
she gets off behind the behind the shrine. There sort of seems to be a storage room that she
Sweet.
goes into slowly and starts ruffling around. So it gives you some
Okay.
time to get up closer and take a look at the statues.
Yeah,
So the
can I
gold
look
one
around as well?
that Ailey spots and is not taken her eye off since
Mhm.
seems to be a man, a golden man, with no face. Just sort of seems to be standing there, like he's lording over something. You're not really sure exactly. There's no sort of inscription or anything on him at all. Any further investigation you want to do other than that, Ailey?
I mean, do I roll an
Yes,
investigation?
yes, please.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. You really cannot.
Ailey's just like still
Yeah.
out.
You're
Ailey's in the
just-
same state as me.
Yeah. Ailey's just out of it, just staring intently at this golden man. Just entirely.
Contemplating life's questions.
Yeah.
Not actually paying attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have a look at the one that she seemed to be praying in front of?
Sure.
The silver one you pointed out? Is that an investigation there as well?
Well, you're close enough now. You don't need to worry about any of that stuff. It was more just for Ailey seeing from behind. Now she's just
Oh, I
stuck.
see.
Now she's just stuck looking at it. You immediately notice that this diamond encrusted white thing is a dragon. It is a dragon statue that is covered in diamonds.
What type? What sort of dragon does it look like?
It looks like
Is it a white dragon?
well,
Like the platinum dragon?
you kind of guess that it's white because of the sort of like onyx sort of thing material that it's made out of, but it is encrusted with diamonds all over it. Like it's meant to be made of, like its scales are meant to be diamond or something. Like it is very ornate.
Pretty cool. Is there anything else in the room that catches my eye?
Do an investigation.
Absolutely. That went so well for me last time.
Damn. Okay.
Just crits and shit rolls. Nothing
Yeah.
in between.
Jesus Christ. Oh dear.
Hmm.
Roll a history check for me as well.
God damn it.
You spot a whole load of shit. Like you fucking really get deep down in the nitty bitties of each one of these, but we need to check to see if you actually know any of them.
I
All
seem
right.
to know a decent amount. That was nearly another nat 20. I
Damn.
only have one in history.
All right. Jesus Lord, that's crazy. Okay, you
Which is weird because Varys is very much street smarts, not book smarts.
yeah. For some reason, just these idols sort of speak out to you. Every single one of them, even if you don't know the name, you know for sure that that in some fable somewhere they are a dead god of some sort. They are a god that is perished.
We confirmed you're at this temple then. Okay.
Basically, that you are at the temple of the dead gods. But each one of the ones that you know of, the dragon obviously you're not sure about. You know that it's a dragon. It seems to be diamond. Every other one of them, if you don't know the name of them, you know the form of them, the type of creature they're supposed to represent, and that they're probably most likely dead, or long since forgotten to time.
Yeah, so by dead gods, it doesn't mean literally dead. It can also mean forgotten.
You're not sure. Just to you, that they've never been heard of before. That their name if you do know the name of them and they're lost in it, you've just there's a certain point in history where they just stop being talked about. You're not sure why. So, yeah, you basically sort of narrow that down. Yeah.
Cool.
Fun times. Fucking 2 high rolls. Jesus Christ.
Trust the guy that is neither religious nor magical
Yeah.
to get this sort of shit.
Okay. So after all of that rigmarole of looking around, the old lady, still hunched over, coming out with a big box of what seems like potions. Chunk, 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 as she hobbles along and places it down on the corner of the shrine, just outside of the storage room. It's like she's not able to carry it much further. Well, come and take a look at what I've got.
Absolutely. My apologies. I did not ask. What is your name?
Ah, yes, my apologies too. I did not ask yours. My name is Kaya.
Kaya?
Kaya.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What is your name?
Varus.
Nice to meet you, Varus. She reaches out her hand to go and shake yours.
she reaches down to shake my hand.
Yep.
Yep. I will do so.
Cool. You instinctively stick your hand out to shake her by the hand, and you realize that her hand is a skeletal hand, not an actual fleshy hand.
I'd be rocked by that for a couple of seconds, but continue on.
Nice to meet you.
Ailey would be oblivious.
Yes, entirely.
She would just reach out and shake her hand and be like, "Nice to meet you."
So, Ailey, Ailey it is, okay.
I apologize. I don't mean to pry, but I could not help but notice the condition of your hand there.
Oh, this old thing?
Yes.
Ah, I've had that for ages.
Ah. See, sorry. As surprised as you were to see somebody that looks like me, I am equally surprised to see somebody who has a hand that looks like yours does.
Oh, I see.
It's not common where I am from.
Well, you see, a lot of us were buried in the marsh, so we managed to stay mostly whole when we came back. Some of us were not so lucky and had appendages sticking out and got them a little bit, stripped.
Preyed upon.
Yes.
I see. Was it Jamie that brought you all back?
Oh yes, absolutely.
And sorry, I couldn't help. Before we get to the potions, which I appreciate you bringing out, I could not help but notice the you were praying in front of. I am assuming it is your deity, and I'll gesture at the dragon.
Oh, one of many of our deities. Does this one interest you, perhaps?
I have not seen its like before. Could you enlighten me a little bit about who this might be?
Sure thing. Where did I put it? I didn't fucking make a thing for it because I'm this doofus. It's on this thing.
I've got like 17 dozen jobs.
I do. I just have to know everything. I have to be everybody. All right. That is. That is the diamond dragon, Jensen.
Diamond dragon.
I'm glad we finally have someone who knows what a dragon is. No one seems to know them here.
Well, They haven't
Well,
they haven't
we have
existed
met,
here.
we have
and-
met one person who knows what they are.
I'm not counting her.
No, I was more meaning in our entire time in this continent, we have met one person who knows.
I see. Well, they haven't existed on this continent for well, three 3,000 years at least.
Could I ask, how old are you, if you are aware of this knowledge?
Well,
Or is this from textbooks and things? Or journals and accounts?
well, I guess when I was first alive, they only would have been gone for a few thousand years, but longer than I'd been alive. I think maybe our yes, that he would have been dead long by then. Yes, at the time when I was alive, they would have just been in textbooks, and this church itself was already constructed as for the dead gods. But it wasn't really polite. Wasn't well kept even then. To look upon the dead gods. This church was previously not really a church, more of just a gathering place. And then when I was brought back, I sought out the knowledge of many a dead gods to bring together. And well, when we first came back, this place was a bustling, I tell you. Everyone wanted a piece of this. But nowadays it seems like they have settled for getting back into their old lives. But no, sorry, I got onto a tangent there. Yes, the dragons. Yes, so story goes that when this land was first settled by elves, there were a great number of crystal dragons that sit on thrones around here, and they were of various different elements and powers. But then a great beast came and killed most of them, and then it was the diamond dragon herself that eventually killed the thing and sacrificed herself to do it.
For my ignorance, a beast. What would have the power to take on so many dragons?
I'm not sure. That wasn't really mentioned. It was I think the beast from the Great Abyss, something to that effect. It was definitely an extra planar being of some sort.
Similar to the demons you spoke of that you fought yourself.
Maybe, perhaps. It very much could have been. The demons. Well, the demons. What to say about the demons? There was a time when the elements were not so aligned that many a sorcerer thought to empower themselves by courting demons. It never turned out well for them, and we.
No, I can't imagine that would go well.
No, so us more noble and faith driven of us had a long period of fighting them out, and even then there was always somebody who thought they could gain more power by making a deal, and even Jamie herself has fought of a few demons in her time.
On that note, what advice would you give to somebody that has perhaps made an enemy of a fiend and was not able to kill them in their home turf, as it were?
Oh dear. Well, your best bet is to go back right there and find him and kill him. Until then, I guess you're going to be looking over your shoulder until he shows up again.
Yes, I assumed that was the way it was going to be.
Do you at
we did
least
not
know
have-
the name of the beast?
We know the name of its like elven form that it took,
Ah, that will
but
not
not
do, I'm
the name
afraid.
of the thing itself. No, it was. I managed to piss it off, and it learned my name. And
Oh,
yes,
no.
well, only my first name.
Like the Fae, you shouldn't let them know what your real name is.
Well, it's not nearly as bad as what would
You're like,
happen if you
maybe
told
call
a
me
fae.
Ellie from now on.
Yeah.
Yes, if a demon knows your true name, they can track you down easily. And even with with your first name and your knowing of your person, they'll be able to track you down eventually. But it is not nearly as bad as telling a fae your entire name. They can do much more nefarious things with that.
Hmm. Yes, we were unable to kill it on its home plane, so we blew it to pieces as best we could. But yes, it disappeared, and this was only a few days ago. So
Well
I
then it will
assume we have
be.
a bit of time.
Yes, it will still be recuperating for a while in its home plane. It might not even have made it back there yet.
Mm.
Yes,
Can I just give her like a general description of what the demon looked like?
sure. So you describe it
Well,
as it's winged, horned, relatively small, but wielding the bident that Willie is now holding.
yeah, gesturing to the weapon.
Yeah. I've heard of demons of that type. Never heard of one turning into an elf and pretending to be one for a length of time. It's very interesting.
I will say it was not pretending to be a good elf by any standards.
Ah,
It was
I see.
slum
Well,
lording and things like that.
Which elf is really pretending to be a good elf?
Well, I mean, generally they don't force people out of their homes and charge them exorbitant prices and run gambling rings.
I guess that's true.
Generally speaking, I'm sure there are people that do, but this stuck out a bit.
Fair.
Um,
Well,
could we have a look at these potions, please?
yes, absolutely. That's just what I was about to suggest.
Sorry, sidetracked. Good conversations.
Yes. Well, I have. She pulls out two large crystal flasks that are full of with that iconic red liquid. I think these are probably what you're after. Potions of healing.
Yes, absolutely.
These are superior healing potions. Only the best. Knocks them down.
Looks like it. How much would those set us back?
Well, these are notoriously difficult to make. These ones. I would probably have to remember how these things work. It's been so long since I've handled currency. And they went and changed it all on us. Just. I think
The
each.
pricings on potions changing.
Well, just they changed the whole system. They used to use a set coin system, and then when the kingdoms rejoined with each other, they changed it. We used to trade in spice originally a long time ago, but anyway, I think it'll be 500 gold pieces for each one of these. And this is superior healing potions, which are 84 plus 8.
I am happy to pay for these if others want to hold on to that coin.
Wait, what are we? What?
Buying
Sorry, I
two
was-
superior healing potions for a grand total of 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh, Ailey would totally buy one of those
Sweet.
after what just happened. I mean, he would probably want to take both, but knows to.
Willie
yeah.
wants one, but he can't afford it, I don't think. He has no money after buying the natural male enhancement potion.
Yes, right. You
You
have
do
the
still have a
So wait, it
couple.
would be
Potion
500 gold each, right?
Yes.
yeah for each
That is correct.
potion. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
So take 500
Sweet.
gold off for each of you, and add yourself
Done
a
that.
superior healing potion.
Superior healing potion. Just watch my total weight and my equipment section go down by 10.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of gold.
Yep. I just realized how horrible it's gonna be for me to try and get that plate armor working because it's like 70 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Superior, you said, yes?
Yep, superior.
I'm just gonna have to start hitting the gym, brah.
Yep.
Can't afford to put my ASIs into that. I need to work on dexterity and wisdom.
Gonna have to get yourself a bag of holding.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
Really want to look for one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's
Every-
more the but the armor's still gonna be 75 like pounds.
You have to put everything else into the bag and only wear the armor.
Literally everything else, yep.
Anyway, she pulls up another potion that's a little bit smaller. Has that similar red tint to it, but as it sort of shakes in the glass, you can see it sort of shimmer a little bit gold compared to the standard red of the healing potion. This one will make you resistant to fire.
Oh, that would be helpful.
It's 100 gold.
100 gold?
Give you resistance to fire for an hour.
Sold. I will take it.
All right. What else? What else would be useful? Most of these are for all sorts of random bullshit. I don't know.
It happens. We accumulate things from time to time.
Necromancer dragons? Anything for that?
Sorry, what?
What the
Necromancer
Ailey, no, that was not a call to repeat herself. That was a call to stop talking.
Necromancer dragons? Dragons that are necromancers? What?
No, that have been necromanced.
So
A
a
necromancer has
resurrected
brought them
dragon.
back.
Who
Yeah.
had brought back a dragon?
People.
People.
That is the time that you get cagey on information.
Ailey logic.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that there were any dragon corpses that could be resurrected. Where
Yeah,
did you find such thing?
It was kind of back towards like the big new cities. There was like
They're
a
not new.
village. Oh,
Yeah, those cities have been there for ages. They're all made out of that same metal.
one-
So you just
the
mean
one-
the
what
east,
is it?
the Eastern Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Eastern Kingdom.
interesting. I didn't know that any had been found out there. Well, interesting. But I would be very interested to know who had done such things. Even I don't imagine even. Well, I guess she probably would actually. She'd probably have the power, absolutely, to return a dragon to life. But I don't know anyone who would want to do such thing.
Oh, it wasn't an elf.
It wasn't an elf.
Nah. Was some human.
Some
went
human had
through
the
some
power
kind
to
of, like-
resurrect a dragon.
They went through some kind of traumatic thing, and I don't know. Now somehow they went all ooh, and then they sent a dragon after us.
What-
It was weird.
What
Well,
sort of
they used-
traumatic thing are we talking here? I don't understand what
died.
could have given him this power. He
He
died,
died. Yes.
and then how did he come back?
He was
Jamie brought
brought
him
back
back.
by Jamie, yes.
But now
that
at the
doesn't
moment,
normally
if you
grant
die,
powers.
you don't get to go on to like actual whatevers. You get stuck.
Varys
in
is
this
just
weird
pinching the bridge of his nose real hard right now.
There's like an ocean and a black sun
A
and
black-
like
Sorry,
statues
I need
everywhere.
you to hold on right there. Did you just say there's a black sun where you die?
Yes.
You go where you
And
die.
that's what happened to this guy, and then he went all weird.
He was a
And then
man
he
of
brought a
faith.
dragon.
He had his
Yeah.
own religion. He died. When he was dead, he witnessed statues of humanoids and an ocean rising and some sort of sun in the sky that was darkened.
And then someone else died and was like, "Oh shit, yeah, same thing." And then I died, and again, same thing.
Shut up!
What?
I see. Well, this is very interesting. I have been dead myself, and that is not the experience that I had.
When did you die?
Well, that was
though?
like 2,000 years ago. So
Yeah. See, this is a new thing.
yes,
We
it's
are
very interesting.
wondering whether or not it affects just the younger races, as
Well,
it were.
I am very interested about this black sun. I'm sure you have heard of the church of the cult of the black sun. Yes?
Yes.
Through
trying
these
to find-
experiences, yes.
So we're trying to find out more about them.
Well, if you look over there, one of these statues I have is to the god of the black sun.
I believe I did spot that, yes.
No, you didn't. You didn't know what it looked like.
I knew that there were things in this room.
Yeah.
Everything in this room I saw.
Yeah, and Ailey, now that you've taken your eyes off of the fucking gold statue and been
Yeah.
pointed in the right direction, you see one of the statues is carved out of is carved out of a like obsidian, not really carved, more like formed into it, like it was like perfectly created in this shape of a smaller form, obviously, of that towering creature that you saw in your dream. You don't see the eyes on it though, but it's very much got the shape of it, and the horns come up, and you see the same, that one of them is broken off at the end of it. It is very clearly the thing. The thing?
Pardon?
The thing
What
that
thing?
tries to talk to you when you're a statue.
So
You-
this,
Won't leave me alone now.
Sorry, so when I asked you how you slept and you said that, you meant, oh, I've been talking to this thing? Sorry,
I haven't been talking to it.
Yes, it's been talking to you.
me.
Yes.
Anyway, that's it. So what is? Can we destroy the
see.
statue? Will
so
it
he
destroy
is
it?
returned.
Is this a voodoo doll?
I highly doubt that.
No,
will
that
help
is just
in any
an-
way, shape, or form.
That is just an idol to him, the creature of the black sun.
Well, if this is real, then that means that sparkly dragon is real, right? So can we
Of
get
course
the
the
dragon
sparkly
to
dragon
fight
is
the
real.
black thing?
I mean, the dragon, Jensen, has been dead for, well, thousands of years. And I guess
Jensen
I guess I
left
suppose
or-
he's been I suppose he's been dead for thousands of years too. But
Can we gather all of the other good ones up
I have
and get them to fight the bad one?
I have no idea how he has managed to come back to life, if he was even dead. So I don't know. Yeah,
Apologies for just walking into your house of worship and dropping this bomb on you, by the way.
that's quite alright. I mean the cult of the Black Sun, who it originated here as a bunch of elves who like those who were trying to gain power from demons, had thought that they could find the bodies of these dead gods and use them to gain power as well. They believed that they had tracked down the body of the dead, the god of the Black Sun, in
When
the
was
Eastern
this?
Kingdom, as maybe a few hundred years ago. We all thought them entirely insane. That being
I
dead for
very much wish they were.
being dead for too long, did something to them. But they sort of packed up all their things and just traveled east, and we never heard from them again. So
You don't know any details of where specifically they went?
I myself wouldn't have any of that information, I'm afraid.
Is there anybody I could talk to, or we could talk to that would know?
Perhaps, I mean, they were from around here. Perhaps somebody in this township knows of where they might have gone, or had some connection to them. I personally didn't. I just sort of went on my tangents.
No, that is perfectly fair. There was a person that was pointed out to me that might have some knowledge about things that happen here. A person called Byrinda.
Berinda?
Yes, lives south of here apparently.
Yes, she is a gossipy one. She might actually probably know exactly who to talk to about that, actually. If she
Okay, good.
remembers. It's a while ago now.
If this is too much to ask, please let me know. I do not wish to step on toes, as it were. How did you come to die
Ah,
prior to Jamie resurrecting people?
I see Jamie did not fill you in on what happened.
He
it
has
was-
slowly filled us in on some things, but didn't mention you.
Well, let me
We are friends, but we are not.
Yes, she
we are
is-
growing closer. Let's say.
She is. Well, she keeps it to herself. I understand for good reason. It was a hard period in her life for sure.
Hmm.
Well, gather round and let me tell you the story as I know it. So, 2,000 years ago, when the kingdoms had not yet rejoined, and the Earth and Water Kingdom had only sort of had perched themselves on an alliance of sorts, and the Dead End Mountains had just been razed. There was a family, a noble family in the Water Kingdom, who had decided to increase their power. They had gone into ancient knowledges and powers that had been seen as taboo for a long time. A healing magic beyond other healing magic that allowed them to return the dead to life. The daughter of this at the time of this royal family had happened upon a lot of necromantic magic, and they had built this manor out here and started to live out here nicely, and she thought herself well kept in the secret and doing this stuff. And as a noble family, they had lots of men and knights and their own little personal army. And once the rest of the Water Kingdom had found out what they were doing, they went to war, thinking the battle fair. They fought in this marsh right here before it was marsh, and that family died.
I do remember something about that being talked.
Yes.
Yes,
But-
that was Ali Ratha Geminor. Geminor.
Ali Ratha. Yes, she was one of the. Well, her family
Is she
was one
a
of.
survivor or a descendant of
She's a
survivors?
descendant, as far as I'm aware of.
That explains her disposition toward Jamie when we met her.
Yes, a lot of the Water Kingdom's royalty and nobility will have such reactions. But specifically, the royalty had the nobility of the Water Kingdom also itself had some casualties during the fighting, as the Water Kingdom even now have a sort of sensibility where they must even their the highest ranking officers must be the nobility and must go into battle. So even they fell in the war. So this empire, this nobility family of nobility that had been working on this necromantic magic had seemingly found themselves entirely wiped out. And that included myself and everyone else who lived here.
Mm.
But as it turned out, just before the battle, there was a newborn sister, Jamie, that had, she's born right there in the manor, and she was just a babe when the war started, and a water nobility who was in the fighting when he found the babe. He did not, even at the wishes of his own men, he did not kill the babe. He took her under his wing until she came of age, to which she was promptly found out as being one of the necromantic royalty, and she herself was killed as well in this very marsh on her day of coming of age. But little did they know that her sister, before her death, had entrusted her with magic far greater than any that they had bestowed upon anyone. And Jamie immediately came back to life and started outpouring that magic, and as such she returned all of us to life. Many of us see it as a debt to be repaid. Some of us just want to go back to our lives. But when she came back, when she brought everyone back, she brought back us, her family's military, but even all of the dead watered soldiers as well. And at first she used them to fight her battles. Eventually she found more worthy soldiers that were not so undeserving of the crown. Yes. And she made her personal army that I'm sure you have come across, the Death Guards. But yes, there was a time there at the beginning of that 2,000 years ago where Jamie would just pour out this magic and just resurrect everything from lost animals to anything. Hence why the church had formed. If Jamie could bring back every single person in this marsh, then surely she could resurrect a god.
So, which god is the best to fight? This god.
Well, that was just a
Resurrect
theory.
a better god.
We don't know for sure
Yes.
if Jamie could do such a thing, but know.
I think Hamon, Jamie's butler, question mark, also mentioned owing her a debt.
yes, so many
I
of
assume this is what you were talking about.
yes, so many of the people in this township were, well, all of them were resurrected. Many of them see themselves as in her debt, as owing a life debt to her for bringing them back from the dead. Fair enough, I say, honestly. If that is how you see it, then absolutely. I personally don't. And Jamie herself, I have asked, does not wish to burden us with such things. But if
you feel compelled, then you feel compelled. If not, then you don't.
exactly.
Understood. Sorry, this is a lot to take in. We've had a very rough last couple of days.
Yes, I understand.
The days before the travel were quite rough.
I entirely understand.
Did we ever learn the name of the guy that attacked us in the streets?
Nope.
The one that covered us in stone? We didn't, did we?
Did not learn his name.
Right. Would you have any advice on how to deal with the worshippers, or at least not immediately piss off the worshippers of this this god of the Black Sun,
Well,
if we are to find them?
I imagine pledging your allegiance to this god would be sufficient. But of course, I don't know. I don't know what state they would be in. I don't know how they would react to non-elves as well.
I imagine.
But
they
I
would
guess
have to
if you're a
react better
person,
now that they have people doing this.
perhaps, if your friend here, Ailey, has seen the god of the Black Sun, then perhaps they can talk to them about it. Can share that information with them. I don't know.
Yes, yes. Like I said, this man that was a friend of ours. He was a man of the church, and then died, and then he was the one that we found conducting a ritual at the graveyard, and it brought back a large number of undead creatures. Not in the same manner as the Death Knights. Different. And then as we got to him, he killed one of his former friends, then made his escape under darkness and bringing up this bone dragon thing. So he has a modicum of power, at least.
Very interesting. I do not fully understand such things. As I said, I only deal.
You and me both.
Yes, I only deal in magic that is long since dead. I wouldn't know anything of magic that is more potent. I only know stories of the god of the Black Sun. It is a foul fiend from the deep abyss that tried to enslave all living beings on the prime material plane. And there was a great battle. It sort of conflates itself with any of those sort of myths about the about the creation of this world, and the creation of all land. That it is said that he died here and became the land, or something to that nature, after this great battle, and then he was supposed to be dead. And I guess if he is some sort of fiend or demon or something from the abyss, then perhaps like your demon, because he was not killed on his plane, it had to go away and is now coming back. I don't know why they would have taken him 2,000 years to do so, 3,000 years, 4,000 even, however long it was since he has been dead. But perhaps he was just waiting for something to call him back.
Yes, that is. It seems to be the case. What that something was, I have no idea. But thank you very much for your help, your potions, your information, and your kindness of introduction as well.
You're very welcome. I hope to see more of your kind.
I hope you get to
need
as well
this
too.
statue. She like points at the diamond.
I feel like that should stay here.
Yes, I do, actually.
Aw.
Apologies, Ailey likes shiny, pretty things.
No, this
see.
would be for Oran.
Pardon?
This would be for Oran. Oh, forget it. She walks off.
I'm sorry,
Um,
I don't know who Oran is. I am as confused as you.
Mm. Well, very nice meeting you.
You as well. Thank
I
you.
will. I will have to start crafting some more potions for the next time I see you.
Please do. If you could also keep us in your prayers to to your gods.
Of course,
That would be appreciated.
absolutely.
We don't really know what we're getting into, and help from on high would be very, very much appreciated.
Understandable. Well, good day now.
Same to you as well.
And with that, I think we're going to finish up for tonight.
that's fair.
It's been almost 3 hours since I started streaming.
Most of it was all story.
Yes, a lot of walking.
Story.
So much story.
There was a lot of story. There was no fighting. No fighting today.
It's all good. Willie was needing a rest.
I rolled for a fight and you guys lucked out, so.
Oh, yeah.
We got all that sweet, juicy information instead.
Mhm. Sweet
I still
and
can't work
juicy.
out if
From the best little old lady.
Yes.
With a little
Yeah.
skeleton hand.
Video buddy.
I was so worried that she was just gonna straight up like try and kill us because she's a cultist of the Lexon. It just jams that skeleton finger into my eyeball or something.
Yeah. The moment Ailey mentions it, just
Yeah.
zombies
Oh,
out of every nook and cranny.
Thing that Ailey would have
Yep,
given
they were
her,
just hiding behind the pillars. We didn't
Wait.
quite get the role.
Yes.
because her hand was skeleton, but was her face? I
No,
can't remember.
her face was not. Her face was
Yeah.
Just
very
looked-
old, remember?
Yeah.
She had an eye that looked blinded.
Yeah.
As well. But yes,
Yeah,
that was
I was
cool.
trying to decide if Ailey had anything that she would hand over as a gift for all the information, but basically all she's got is alcohol,
Yeah,
a
that sounds about
scorpion
right.
stinger that was declined.
I'm almost certain she made a profit off of those potions anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
She's got coin now to get some stuff.
Right. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thanks everybody for
Alright,
joining us.
We'll be
Join us
back
all.
on Monday with a something.
Barotrauma.
Yes.
No
that-
trauma.
And then,
We're waiting for the trauma once you join.
Mhm.
Everything's on
I
fire.
feel like I had a decent amount of trauma on Monday.
Oh
Yeah,
That was good
literally
times.
departed from the station and everything was on fire. Well, no, sorry, yeah, like
Everything was filled with
Everything
water.
was flooded. Metaphorically on fire.
Yes. Tomorrow on the Fano channel, everywhere we'll be playing something. I don't know. But we'll all be together. It'll be great. Join us. On Friday and Saturday over on YouNow, Random Guy will be playing more. What's that thing called? Broken Sword. And Pokemon. Make sure you're there for that, especially for the Pokemon, because Nuzlocke, so anything could happen. Pokemon could die. It's crazy. Stakes. And then Sunday, Beef will be back with more Walking Dead Season 2, I believe. And then Monday, I will not be here on Twitch. I'll be over on YouNow, as that's where we're streaming now for Mondays. With the VOD going up on Fano VODs, if you want to check it out on YouTube. But otherwise, yeah. Then Tuesday, more Beef again over in YouNow, and then Wednesday, right back here, finding out what the hell is going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
And they fucking moved my meeting tomorrow to 8:30 a.m.
Wonderful.
So,
Bastards.
Right.
great.
Alrighty.
Yes, see you all next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.